this is what the scene looking like right here in Finegrass Cristiano. A lot of persons are here, and of course you can see the police vehicle are there. Don't know if you're able to see from this vantage point the sheet that is there. That's where the dead body is lying. One there, one still in the shop. The bartender, she's saying that they
on the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Monday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So today name Monday, the closing of another bloody weekend. Boy, may I tell you, no change as yet in Jamaica's horizon, as the old dirty corner boy them continue to rant and rage and wreak havoc into the lives of the regular members of Chan Public right across the length and breadth of Jamaica, from Moran Point to Negril Point. Knockings and clappings is at a high. So watch this now, my peeps. Some of the time I guess I need to remind some of the ones them out there of certain principles of life that they need to start living by. Because by living by certain principles, we will have less problem with way less people. So 3 types of people that we have in each and every one of us life. We have number 1, the leaf people. Number 2, we have the branch people. And number 3, we have the root people. So the ones them need to understand each set of persons in our life and deal with them as such. Now the leaf people, these are people who come into your life just for a season. You can't depend on them. They are weak. They only come to take what they can from you. And if the wind comes, they will leave. So you need to be careful of those type of persons that I classify as the leaf people, because they love you when things are okay, but when the wind comes, they will leave you. Yeah, man. Now we are going to move over to the branch people them now. Now them one you have to really careful of, because them kind of sorta okay some sort of way, but still not good enough to be in your permanent circle. So those persons that I call the branch persons, they are strong, but you need to be careful with them too, because they break away when life becomes tough and can't handle too much weight. They may stay with you in some seasons, but they will go when it becomes harder. Now we are going to talk about the root people. Now, them people are the people that we need to have in our life. And if when we read this to you and you don't have them people here in our circle, you need to narrow down on a circle somewhat. Because these people are very important, because they don't do things to be seen. They are supportive even if you go through a difficult time. They will water you, and they will also be not easily moved by the wind, no matter how powerful that wind is. These root people stay rooted and grounded in your life. Yeah, man, they are not moved by your position. They just love you for you. So it's not all people that you meet and have in your circle right now is worthy to be called a friend or even a family in certain circumstances. Because as I stated earlier, some will only stay with you when things are good, and as soon as things get kind of rocky, and gone. But the root people, the real people, the root type of people will stay no matter the season. Rain, sun, or drought, them dead with you 100%. Yeah, man. So I can move on into the knockings and clappings in the morning, yeah. So as I stated earlier, another bloody weekend has ended. So I got kick it off over there in Tollgate, Clarendon, where this taxi operator presently on your screen was taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements Sunday morning. The man in question on your screen has since been identified as Miguel Thomas. The police report suggests that sometime about 10:50 a.m., Miguel had just finished washing his car when he was pounced upon by a lone criminal element. It is said that the gunmen opened fire, hitting him all over the upper body and head, leaving him lifeless on the ground. The police was summoned to the scene and his body was seen laying face down in a pool of red substance leaking from the side of his head. He was, however, taken to the hospital where he was officially pronounced, you know what. Some peeps, another one bite the dust. Sometimes we literally don't even know who for trust. But as always, my peeps, we gotta check out who is really Miguel Thomas to find out if this brother did mix up or not and who would have wanted to see him lose Fame 3 pints. So definitely stay tuned as we give you more on his knockings and clappings in subsequent newscast. Now over there in the cool, lush green hills of Manchester, where we have seen over the past couple of months crime and violence in that particular parish is definitely on a rise. Manchester used to be the parish where the returning residents would come and buy their plot of land and build their decent enough houses to just enjoy the cool, lush green hills of Mandeville, Manchester, or surrounding communities back in the days. Now Manchester has narrowed down to a haven of criminals. Really sad indeed. Many returning residents are seeking to relocate from some of these areas as they no longer feel safe. Now, the Manchester police are presently investigating the knockings and clappings that took place in the Finegrass community in Chudley in the parish, where 2 men end up get caught up and 2 end up lose them 3 pints. So basically 4 men end up get caught up by the criminal, but 2 end up drop out. Boy, I tell you, the man them deal with the Sunday morning there, grimy. So one of the deceased man has so far been identified as Stenneth Hutchinson, otherwise known as the Porty, a tractor operator. The other man is said to be not known by the residents, so he's presently unidentified. The police stated shortly after the explosions were heard, the bodies of the 2 men were discovered on a step of a bar close to the Chudley Main Road about 9 a.m. So according to an eyewitness, the explosions were thought to be that of a gun salute in the area. However, the bodies on the ground soon confirmed otherwise. Persons reported seeing a lone criminal element well strapped and arms up to the T exiting the shop and escaped in a waiting motor car. A relative of the deceased man stated that the crime situation in Jamaica is now a serious cause for concern. So now my peeps, and I see what I talk about over these past couple of years, where persons sit and wait until it comes knocking on their door before them start take things serious. So what really I got go on in a Jamaica, each and every family have to go lose a family member for we see say, boy, the state of crime and violence in our country is a cause for concern. Well, if so be the case, my peeps, I can't tell no this from now. It got really sticky pan some way. Now over there in the violence-prone, crime-riddled, war-torn St. James Police Division, 2 men end up get caught up, lose them 3 pints. The criminal elements strike again, this time at a party over there in Dumfries, St. James. Early Sunday morning that go on, whole heap of knockings and clappings, but one of the two man was the intended target and the other man was just an innocent bystander. Boy, may I tell you, the criminal elements, them just go out, they gonna knock it and clap it indiscriminately and no business who want get caught up and lose them 3 points. Now the two men have since been identified as this man presently on your screen, 33-year-old Adolphus Holder, otherwise known as Goalball from Dumfries, and this 22-year-old man presently on your screen who has since been identified as Jevannie Garden. He's off at Johnson Hill addressing Saltmarsh, Trelawney. Now it is said that the men were taken out in a hail of bullets by criminal elements sometime around 1:45 a.m. during a permitted event at a sports bar in Canaan, Dumfries. The police reports suggest that the criminal elements came for the man known as Adolphus Holder, otherwise known as Goalball. It is said that Goalball and the man them have a previous altercation and the man them make off him and him take himself out of the community. But however, he returned to the community a few days ago. So the criminal elements got word on the ground that he was at that party and decided to them come done him same place. So it was reported that the two men were approached by the criminal elements who opened fire, hitting both of them several times all over their bodies. The police were called in and upon their arrival, Goalball was seen on the ground, laying motionless on his back in a pool of red substance leaking from his upper body and head. Now, the little youth, the 22-year-old youth them called Garden, was however transported to the Falmouth General Public Hospital by residents, but upon arrival, he was pronounced you know what. The police stated that initial investigations have indicated that there was an ongoing conflict between family members of Holder and other men in the community. Goalball, or Holder as some calls him, had reportedly fled the area after an attempt on his life, and another man also earlier this year, but it did not bear fruit and him decide to return to the area. For what I know, I guess him life did scratch him, so him come back for them scratch it for him, and that they did. The only issue is right now, my peeps, a 22-year-old young man was definitely not the intended target. Wrong place, wrong time. Boy, may I tell you, my peeps, the thing rough out of John shop there. We cannot continue like this in Jamaica, my peeps. There is no way, shape, or form our country can ever continue on this trajectory. If we not do something, I can tell you no, something I go continuously do some way. Yeah, man, let us not sit back idly and wait until it comes knocking on our door for us to take crime and violence serious. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.